Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is the Daily Rage. As a reminder, the Lucra coaching event is today, this afternoon. I am so excited. For those of you that don't know, it is a free coaching event, and you are invited if you are a subscriber to one of my Substack publications. That's either Mental Capital, The Daily Rage, or Lucrative. So if you are a subscriber to any one of those, you will receive the Zoom link to join us. If you would like to join us and you are not yet a subscriber, I invite you to check them out, pick the one that's most interesting to you, and then you will receive the link. When I've done these events in the past, they've always been such an absolute delight to gather the community together, to work out some transformation, figure out some stuff in our lives, and be able to go back into our lives on Monday, finish off this year strong, and set ourselves up for the very best 2025. So I will look forward to seeing you all there. Now, let's talk briefly about price action. I mentioned this in Friday's video, but I was attempting to trade this mess here. This is from Friday morning on the NASDAQ futures. This is a 5-minute time frame. And this was just choppy, messy yuck. Very wicky candles. It would like make these little attempts, like a fake breakout. And I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, let's go higher. Awesome. I'll go long. And then it was like, "Phew, no, we're going down." Or, hey, like, let's go lower. Okay, fine. Like, let's go lower. I don't really care which way you go. Just pick one. And then it would bounce. And it was just a disaster. Thankfully, there were enough momentum moves later on when the market actually opened that I was able to get something going. But you know what would have been a whole lot easier? What would have been a whole lot easier is this. This is the Dow. And while it also had some choppy stuff pre-market, it had a much more decisive move higher. And as you can see, I'm obviously recording this on Friday, but at this recording, we are up over 400 points. We had a range of over 600 points, which is great considering that the ATR is only 550. And at this point, we're like still pressing higher. We did get a little bit, let's see, the high today was up here, so we're real close to that. So even if you would have missed this initial like great momentum move, and yeah, there were some pullbacks in there. Okay, cool. Like that's relatively normal. But overall, really solid day. And to my eye, this would have been a way easier market to trade. So I don't know if this happens to you, but it certainly does to me, is I always have this like inner battle of, okay, should I just focus on one market? And then obviously there's pros and cons to both sides. The pros is that you really get to just dig in and like purely focus on one thing instead of trying to multitask your attention and, splay out your attention all over the place. That obviously normally would put you in a better position. However, if one market is really just choppy, messy, and isn't going anywhere. I mean, I remember Friday morning looking at the numbers and being like, okay, the Dow is already up 300 points, and the NASDAQ was struggling to even get up 10 points. So I was like, come on. So, of course, the other side of that equation is looking at more than one market. And it's going to be different for every different person, depending on what you know that you can do. And not like when you're kidding yourself about, like, oh, yeah, I can totally manage, 46 different markets at the same time. That's not reality. If we come down to reality, back down to earth with our feet grounded on the earth, what can you actually manage? Can you manage looking at two different markets, or should you just stick with one? For the most part, right now, even though I feel pretty solid about being able to manage more than one at this time, I still default back to one. Why? Because it's actually easier than trying to pay attention to all of these different things. We like to tell ourselves that we're really great at it, that we can do it. But I say, look at the results. What are your results? Are you able to be consistently profitable? If you are, amazing. Keep rocking that. If you're not, I would recommend scaling back to just one thing that you're going to follow, that you're going to study, that you're going to look at until you really, really get to know that contract or that stock. How do you know when you've gotten to that point? When you are consistently profitable. So that's a bit of food for thought for you this weekend. I look forward to seeing many of you later this afternoon. If you're not able to be there live, no worries. It will be recorded. You can always submit a question in advance to hello@lucra.com, and then it will be sent out to subscribers after that. So I'll see you there. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.